So maybe you're having a tough time controlling recoil, landing headshots, or expecting the enemy. Today we're going to cover my tips and reminders to winning more gunfights that will hopefully leave you as the crowned victor at the end of the game. It's safe to say that things can get pretty heated in Rainbow Six, especially when it comes down to a 1v1. So here are some tips to better prepare you for when you face your opponent. Let's get started off with controlling recoil. Now the first thing I want to emphasize is to burst fire at long range. If you aren't running a DMR or a shotgun, burst firing with your automatic will increase stability and accuracy. By holding down the trigger the entire time while shooting, you're making it more difficult to find your opponent's head. For me, I only shoot full auto within about 15 meters. Train yourself to implement more of a burst fire. This is going to allow you to constantly reset your aim every few seconds, adjusting for your opponent's movements. You want to make sure you're saving as much ammo in that magazine as possible, so that in the event another enemy wanders into your scope, you have enough ammo to get rounds into them too. Now I'm speaking from a console player's perspective here. I've seen Serenity's hand movements with his mouse for accounting for recoil on PC, and it is incredible. That man can full auto without his reticle even moving. But for console, we only have those joysticks and our thumbs that result in a ton of potato aim. So if you find yourself missing shots, try burst firing to get a clearer picture of your enemy and maintain stability to control that recoil. This ties nicely into my second point, staying calm. Typically we don't get riled up when we face a stationary opponent. However, what about when you and your opponent lock eyes while moving around? Hitting a moving target is hard, but hitting a moving target while you are moving is even harder. The best way to win a gunfight in this instance is by staying calm. Concentrate on your target. Burst fire to keep a clear picture of your enemy. What I've found is that the longer I hold down the trigger in a gunfight, the blurrier my target gets. Don't let yourself whale your gun around in desperation. I see a lot of players lose eyesight on their opponent, but keep firing anyway, hoping they'll see them again while shooting. Stop firing for a second, reassess, and continue. A lot of players fire their entire magazine in one go, despite how far they've drifted off the target. Cool down, find their head again, and try again. Secondly, it's important to remember that this is a headshot-based game. If you sneak up on someone or catch someone that isn't looking, the first reaction is to immediately start shooting in that direction. I try and keep myself calm so that I don't miss an easy opportunity to land a headshot, especially when they're not looking. Take that extra second to truly line up the headshot. This is going to save you from kicking yourself when you swear you lit them, but they got away anyway. Stay calm and stay on your feet. The third point to winning more encounters is changing up your predictability. Say you and your opponent spot each other and take cover behind doorways. The easiest way to die is by peeking the same spot in the same angle over and over again. When I get into a gunfight, I look for patterns in my opponent. Where were they last? How often do they peek? It is really easy to adapt a repetitive playstyle in one of these moments. Mix it up. Peek at head level, wait 3 seconds. Pre-fire at ground level, wait 1 second. Create a mind game with your opponent so that they have trouble confidently locating you and at what level you'll peek. Some ways I do this is by loudly approaching from one side, then quietly sneaking back to another, or by disappearing for 10 seconds, giving the illusion I'm taking a different route for a flank. Be strategic about it. Don't let your opponent predict your next movement. The fourth and final thing I want to talk about is choosing sights and grips. I've been asked several times when streaming why I don't use the ACOG every round when given the opportunity. I choose my attachments based on where we are playing. If it's a map like Favelas and I plan on playing on the inside, i.e. not going for picks or attacking from windows, then I run a reflex sight. I prefer a sight with as little HUD crowding as possible when I'm playing up close and personal. I run the ACOG on maps like Chalet, where there are longer hallways, easy pick spots, and can attack while still being outside. I know several people that believe the ACOG is the way to go 24/7, and that is just fine. It all depends on your playstyle. If I'm rushing, I don't want to have to target enemies fast with a zoomed in ACOG. Second, when given the opportunity to use the angled grip or the vertical grip, I'd recommend choosing based on playstyle for that round. The angled grip is intended for a quicker ADS going from running to aiming really quick. I use this when I'm rushing or moving around a lot, and then the vertical grip when I'm playing slow and need the extra stability. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope these tips provided some good reminders for when you get into that heated clutch situation. Let me know how you guys are doing this season down in the comments. I also wanted to say thank you to you guys for growing my channel so much this last week. I read each and every one of your comments and truly enjoyed all the positive things you guys said. Y'all are all super incredible and I'd love to get to know you guys better, so keep talking it up in the comments. And if you'd ever like to come play with me, go check out my Twitch channel for my schedule and give me a follow. follow. I'm going to be out of town this next week for spring break, so I may not be able to get a video out next Saturday, but I will resume posting the following Saturday as usual. Have a great week, guys, and I will see you next time.
Oh shit, dude.
You got half health, so...
Hit me.
Okay.
Hurry.
Un seul agent allié en vie.
Oh my god.
Les alliés ont été éliminés. Échec de la mission.
Are you kidding me right now? I'm in a good position. I'm like, hey, get me up. I got you. you fucking don't. What is wrong with you?